ever looked at gym owners in your area and asked yourself, how the fuck did they go so rich? And let me tell you this, it's not better location, it's not better equipment, it's not because they got a special machine you don't have, and it's definitely not that they charge more for personal training. I can tell you from working with multiple gyms that all the ones printing money, all of them have one single thing in common. A specific system that's so stupidly simple, yet 95% of gym owners completely ignore it. The difference, they understand leverage. They understand that in 2025, the success of your gym is not determined by the amount of bench press you got or the amount of squat racks. It is determined by the amount of communication and how much you can help to your members and to your leads. Let me ask you something. How many times have you ever give a tour and the guy is super excited and he's like, wait a second, I need to think about it a little bit. So you're like, oh, whatever. And you never hear back from them. And how many times have you actually current members just canceling the membership and you have no idea why? And if you are like most gym owners, your answer might be way too many to count. Look, and that's exactly the problem. You have no idea what's happened to all those leads, all those people that were interested, all those current members that you had no idea what they left. Maybe they just wanted better communication. Maybe there was something else. But if you reach out to them on time, you would have known. But what if I told you that there's a way to turn those maybe later, or I have to think about it, prospect into paying customers weeks or even months since the first time they walked through your door? What if I told you there was a way to predict which members are about to cancel and prevent 80% of those cancellations? This is what the top of 1% of gym owners understand that you don't. They have cracked the code on something that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. And it's not about social media, it's not about running more ads, it's about mastering the most profitable marketing channel that exists. Before I reveal what this is, let me paint you a picture of what your gym can look like 6 months from now on when you implement the system. Imagine this, you will never have to worry again about the numbers of cancellation or how many people are actually joining, because now you get a predictable flow of new leads coming every month. Imagine your members staying longer than the 3 to 4 months industry average, up to 18 to 24 months. Imagine this now, you got a waiting list for your personal training sessions. This isn't fantasy, this is what happens when you actually implement what I'm about to tell you. Look, the secret of every gym owner that is a millionaire, is really successful, is email marketing. But not the spammy, salesy emails that everybody dislikes and the only thing you do is just hitting unsubscribe. I'm talking about value-driven emails. I'm talking about email marketing that turn leads into members and members into raving fans. Now, I know what you're thinking, email marketing, that's so 2010, and that's exactly why it works so well. While everyone's fighting for attention on social media, TikTok, email is the only channel where you have direct access to the prospect and to the audience without any algorithm deciding who sees your content. Look, here's the reality. For every $1 you invest in email marketing, you get back $35 to $45. That's a 45x. That's not my opinion, that's data from analyzing thousands of business. No other marketing channel has even come close to these numbers. But here's where most gym owners screw it up. They think email marketing means sending out monthly newsletter about gym hours and new equipment. Look, that's not email marketing. That's digital spam. That's annoying everyone. Real email marketing means building relationships. Means you will be considered the expert in your community. Real email marketing means you will be stay top of mind when they ever think about buying stuff like nutrition or workout plan or any type of supplement. You will be the first one they're gonna think about. Exactly how this works for the gym industry. The average gym owner spends $100 to $200 to acquire new member through ads, right? But here's the problem. Only 30% of people who acquire actually join. That means that you're essentially throwing away 70% of your marketing investment. But what if you could turn 50% or even 60% of those inquiries into members? That will literally double your revenue without spending another dime on ads. This is exactly what email marketing does. When someone comes to the gym, you got two options. Well, They can join or they cannot join. If they don't join, you got two options again. They can leave or you can nurture them for as much time as possible and necessary to actually turn them into member. Look, the average gym owner decides to let them go. The millionaire gym owners, they nurture them because they understand that people who go to a gym, they don't go for a logical base, they go for an emotional trigger. And they understand that to build emotions, it takes time. So that's when email marketing comes in place. That's when you need to nurture them, not for a week, but for months to actually start getting those clients back. Here's a real example I came across. Look, a gym owner had someone inquire about their gym in January. The prospect said they were interested, but they wanted to wait until their vacation in March. Look, instead of forgetting about this lead, the gym owner enrolled them in an email sequence that provided value, built trust, and kept the gym top of mind. Look, the result, the prospect joined in April and Brothers paused with them. That's $200 per month in recurrent revenue from a lead that would have been lost forever. But email marketing isn't just about converting prospects, it's about maximizing the lifetime value of your existing members. The gym owners making serious money understand that their members aren't just paying for gym access. Look, they're paying for experiences. And email is the perfect vehicle to actually deliver the value without taking more of your time. Here is what most gym owners don't realize. Your members, your customers want to hear more from you, but they want valuable insights. Look, they want nutrition tips, workout tips. They want to hear from you, from the boss. When you provide value consistently through email, look, something magical happens. They stop seeing you as the gym owner. They see you as the personal fitness coach, someone who they need in their life, someone who they want to be hang out with. That's the power of email marketing. And this emotional connection is what prevents cancellations. Incentivize them to actually bring referrals. It is what actually allows you to start charging premium prices because they want to keep with you. They want to keep you close because you're the friend. Now I'm going to show you the exact email framework that is responsible for adding $47 million around the country. But before that, I need you to understand the psychology behind it. People join gyms with good intentions, high motivations, but low confidence. Look, they want to get in shape, but they have no idea where to start. Your job as a gym owner is not only to provide the gym or the equipment or whatever. You have one bigger responsibility than all that. It's to provide confidence on your members. Confidence that they're gonna achieve their goals if they stay in your gym. Marketing allows you to be your members' confidence coach. Look, every email is an opportunity to educate, motivate, and reinforce the decision to choose your gym over other ones. When you do that consistently, magical things start happening. Look, members stay longer, they refer friends, they buy personal training, they participate in your nutrition programs, and they become walking advertisements for your gym, which is ideal. Here's the key. You cannot just send random fitness tips and expect results. Look, there's a specific structure and strategy that makes email marketing incredibly profitable for gyms. And it's based on understanding the customer journey and delivering the right message at the right time. People have different pains depending on what stage in the customer journey they are. Sometimes they need to be reassured about their decision, sometimes they need tips, sometimes they need education. So email marketing will be crucial to just make sure to provide the value when they need it, when they need the value. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Let me walk you through the exact system pretty quick. I'm gonna pick up my computer over here. So this is the gym owner email marketing blueprint pretty much. So phase one is the welcome series. Phase one is pretty much the welcome series. They want to be reassured about the decision. That's it. When someone joins your gym or inquiries about membership, they immediately enter a welcome sequences. This isn't about selling, it's about reducing buyer's remorse and setting expectations. And as you can see here, for example, email 1, welcome and what to expect from the email. Email 2, how to get the most of your membership. Email 3, success story. Email 4, common beginner mistake. You see the point. We're trying to reassure their decision. So phase 2 is actually the value building series. this is ongoing. And I'm not talking about a few weeks. I'm talking this usually takes months, right? As you can see here, this is where you become the fitness expert in your community. You send 2 to 3 valuable emails per week that educate, motivate, and build trust. And the key with email marketing is when you send the email, just choose one concept. Otherwise, your reader gets confused. This is not a book, this is email. So you want to actually be really specific and to not, if you got multiple concepts, just take one concept per email. You still have to send 3 emails per week. So you got a lot of concepts, that's best case scenario. If you don't, time to start brainstorming. Phase 3 is the retention system, and we're not gonna do it for a few months, we're gonna do it for a long period of time. So here we can see this is where most gym owners fall completely. They focus all their energy on getting new members and ignore the ones they already have. But the math is simple. Keeping a member for 18 months instead of 6 months triples your revenue acquisition. Look, your retention email should celebrate member milestones, provide advanced training concepts, share nutrition strategies. We haven't put any promotional email. We don't want promotional. That's what everyone does. Everyone gets so annoyed by it. Email marketing is a way to deliver value. It's the same as social media. In social media, you're delivering value. Well, it's the same thing in email marketing. It's just another way of consume content, right? So I want to give value. And when occasionally, when you already have their trust, you promote something. Figure out phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and they're working on a consistently period of time. It will be time for phase 4. Look, let's be real, phase 4 is the most challenging one, but here's where actually the magic happens, because we're gonna predict the cancellations. Let me show it to you. Phase 4 is the reactivation system. Look, every gym loses members, but most gym owners have no idea why members leave or any system to win them back. Your reactivation sequence identifies at-risk members and provides solutions to common problems. Look, for example, haven't visited in 2 weeks, canceled their personal training, asked about freezing their membership. When you identify these patterns, you can proactively reach out with helpful content and especially offers to re-engage them. I mentioned it before. The power of email marketing is that we can identify the problem and we can just send an email that is like the solution to that problem. That's it. We can identify easily where the customer is in the customer journey. And if we predict that he can be in danger of canceling his subscription, we can just give them better solutions, better nutrition plans. This is why email marketing is so powerful, because you invest your time and some resources to actually write the emails. But after that, they will work forever. They will be working while you sleep. As you set up the email sequences, every member will go through the email sequences. While you identify some patterns that people are gonna cancel your membership, all the people that are thinking about canceling will go through that process. Look, every person will go through emails, and that's really fucking powerful. You write the emails once and they will work forever. That's called leverage. The real magic happens when you understand psychology behind each email you write. Look, remember, people don't make decisions based on logic, they make them based on emotion, and that is even more true for gyms. People will buy stuff based on emotion, and after that they will justify with logic. So your emails need to tap into emotions that drive fitness decisions. When you combine useful, valuable content and actually with emotion, people will they will want to read your stuff because they will be highly invested on your emails and your email sequences and what you have to show, what you have to share with them. Because remember, right now you're not the gym owner anymore. Now you're the personal fitness coach. Here's the crucial part. I told you to give value, and occasionally promotion. You gotta respect that always. At least provide 80% of value and then the 20% of promotion. If you can take the value up to 95% and only ask 5%, Well, when you ask for that 5%, you're gonna get so many more leads than actually if you ask for 20%. Also, if you ask a lot for promotions, well, what you can expect a lot of unsubscribes. I saw gym owners send an email titled the hashtag one mistake healing your fat loss. It's not what you think. Look, the email provided a valuable tip about meal timing without trying to sell anything, but at the end, there was a simple line. If you want personalized nutrition coaching, reply to this email with nutrition, and I will send you details about your program. Look, that single email generated 8,400 in nutrition coaching sales. Look, the beauty of this approach is that it's completely non-threatening. People who aren't ready to buy simply enjoy the free value, and people who are ready to buy have a clear next step. Look, everyone wins. But here's what separates the amateurs from the professionals: tracking and optimization, all the analytics. Look, you need to know which emails are working and which aren't. The key metrics for gym owners are: first, open rates; second, click rates; third, conversion rates; and fourth, unsubscribe rates. For gym owners, look, these are the benchmarks of the industry. Open rates at least 35%. 35, if you're over 45%, you're doing a phenomenal job. Click rates 8 to 12%. This means when you are gonna put like occasionally promotional emails, how many people are actually clicking on the stuff to your website. And finally, unsubscribe rates. Always try to get this one really low. If people are unsubscribing and the trend is like negative, you gotta improve you gotta provide more value, you gotta improve your copywriting, you gotta do something, because otherwise that trend is going down. It's the same as a social media account. Sometimes people just get tired of your Instagram content pretty much. They will just unsubscribe. But as your Instagram following is increasing, you're good. You're good. It's the same thing here. Now let me address the biggest objection. I can feel it. I don't have time to write emails every week. The truth is, you don't have time not to write emails every week. Look, if you do it right, this can save you up to 10 hours per lead to actually getting new leads for the ones who cancel. And if you can lowering the cancellation rate from, I don't know, 10% to 5%, that's a massive win, because as members just compound over time. So that will be huge. Plus, once you understand this framework, look, you don't have to sit down every week and just write the stuff. You can just sit down for, I don't know, a few hours, write 3, 4, 5, 6 emails, and just put them in the sequences. And I don't know, every week, do it for 2 months, and you're gonna have a pretty big welcome sequences. And you're not the gym owner, you're a whole figure, you're a whole personality, and you need to embrace that. If you really don't wanna write them, just do a little Word document with all the value you have to provide to your members and just pay a copywriter to write it for you. If you're gonna do it yourself, here are the tips you should follow. First, keep it mobile friendly. Look, 60% of emails are read on phones. Just make sure it looks good in phone. Second, one concept per email. We already touched on this one, but yeah, this is not a book, this is an email, so keep it simple. Use stories. This is the third point. People remember stories better than tactics and facts. So make sure if you have actually, for example, I was in a season where I was getting sick once a week until I tried this nutrition plan. And then you go a little bit of story, how you develop the whole stuff. But make sure to make it cool, make it. Point number 4, include a clear call to action. Look, tell people exactly what you do next. Especially when you do the promotional emails, make sure to keep it clear and keep it strong. Don't be like, wanna chat? No, be like, hey, if you want a workout plan, go check it here. And number 5, write like you talk. Don't use corporate language crap. Like, dude, it's gyms, members. Be yourself, be a human. And for gym owners, the best day to send are, first, Monday. And make sure it's Monday because you're starting the week. Just give them some motivation. Motivation to actually, it's a new week. I don't know what happened in the last week. If you didn't go to a gym, doesn't matter. Just make sure to motivate them. Wednesday, they're in the middle of the week. They'll be tired. Most likely, they're not gonna go on Wednesday. So make sure to encourage them. Make sure to give them a gift. be like, hey, we have a special event. I'm pretty sure you will like to join. Finally, Friday. Well, here the weekend is gonna start, so make sure to encourage them to show up for the weekend and be like, hey, we got some nice activities. Hey, go check it out. So hopefully they're gonna join. Times here are 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The most important thing here is avoid the 8 to 10 a.m. window when everyone's inbox is flooded and just bombarded by cold emails and stuff like that. Here's something gym owners never think about it, is segmentation. You gotta understand that you cannot send the same generic email to everyone. Some people are interested in losing weight, some other ones are interested in gaining muscle. Some of them are 50-year-old, and some of them are 20-year-old. You cannot just put the 50-year-old guy to do squat twice a week. He's gonna die, her knees is gonna die. Simple segments you might include first new members versus existing members. Also, I touched it already, weight loss goals with strength goals and age groups, and finally activity level. It's just so basic, but nobody does. So the thing is, like, if you actually do this and you get one step ahead, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Advanced gym owners take this even further. They go to the gym and, for example, they see a new guy and he loves the bench press or he loves the squat. So they will personalize the email for making their squat better or making the bench press better. It's so smart. That's genius. For example, also they track who joins the personal training sessions, who is actually going to the Pilates, all this stuff. So they personalize specifically for them. Imagine there's a powerlifter and he's doing a lot of squat, he's putting a lot of weight. Well, make sure to put that into the email. Hey, I found this to increase the squat. Hey, make sure to try these nutrition tips that are going to increase your squat and it's going to help. They specifically made for powerlifters. That's gold. That's gold. And once you do that, email marketing turns to be a whole profit machine. Now let me share the first biggest mistake most gym owners do. They do email marketing about themselves, not about the guys, not about the members. They do email about their classes, about their new equipment, about the location, about how good the music is. Nobody cares a damn about that crap. Your members care about themselves. So make sure to do the content of the emails for them. Make it about them. Don't make it about yourself. Nobody cares about you. Marketing is about their goals, their transformation, their problems, about them, not about you. Just make that change. Instead of, we are excited to announce our spin class, make it like how to burn 500 calories in 45 minutes, and it will be more fun than you think. Or also, instead of doing it like, we have a new personal trainer that is certified in strength, make it how to put 50 pounds more to squat in 30 days. It's about them. You see the point? Guess which one gets better results? The one about them. Make your subscribers in your email newsletter feel special. Just don't give everything on your social media and whatever. Reserve a little bit, some special, some Easter eggs that are specifically made for the people in your email newsletter. It's a workout video, maybe it's a nutrition plan. Just make sure to reserve that a little bit to the email newsletter, because your members are gonna feel more VIP and they're gonna be reinforced to actually stay in your email newsletter. Came across a gym owner who does this brilliantly. Look, every month he sends his email subscribers an exclusive workout that's not available anywhere, and he calls it the insider workout of the month. Look, members look forward to this email and often mention it when referring to new friends, like, do you have this one? Dude, with this, look at what just got in my email. See? The result, look, his email list has become a community of his engaged members. What happens if you implement this strategy the right way? I have seen gym owners increase their member retention from 6 to 18 months, convert 60% of prospects instead of 30%, to generate an extra 10,000 to 50,000 per month in additional services, additional monthly revenue. Build a waiting list for personal training. I'm pretty sure you've never heard about this one, but yeah, it's real. and you can make it happen. Expand to multiple locations and become the to-go fitness expert in the community. Here's what I want you to understand. Look, this email marketing stuff, it's not only about making more money. I mean, it will make you more money, but that's fine. Money is always fine. But why we got into the business? Because we want to help people, right? If we actually put email marketing the right way, we're gonna help the members to achieve their goals, see the transformations they're actually searching for, providing guidance, motivation, and accountability. Something that most gyms do not even think about it. The gym owners who do it well, look, they stop being just a gym owner, they become a whole figure in the community. And their influence just goes way beyond just the gym. It goes to their family, to other friends, and guess what? They will start referring a ton of people just because you put email marketing in place. Here's what I want you to do right now. Stop thinking of email marketing as an optional add-on to your gym business. Look, it's not a nice to have. Email marketing, it's essential. Every day you delay this implementing the system is money left on the table, and members you could have helped out didn't. Gym owners making serious money figured this out years ago. Look, they're not smarter than you, they don't work harder than you, they clearly don't have better equipment than you, better location. All that is irrelevant. They just understand the power of strategic communication. The gym business is not getting easier. Competition right now is fearless. Members have more options than ever before. But that's why email marketing right now is so powerful. Other gyms are just competing for having better amenities and better locations, and they're just in a horrible market because they're in a red ocean full of sharks everywhere. You can find your new beautiful blue ocean where you stop competing for better amenities, but you're competing for having better relationships, for creating better experiences for the user, for the member. You will be winning in experience, value, and most importantly, relationships. While your competitors are gonna be dying just trying to get new clients and new members because we get clients and they're just leaving 3 months, well, you're gonna have a loyal fan and they're not gonna stay for the 3 to 4 months industry average. Nobody wants to be average. They're gonna stay for you for years. And that's gonna be your biggest competitive advantage because you will be focused all your time in building relationships, experiences, and value. Nobody cares about having a better rack. Nobody cares about having a better place to do bench press. They just want better relationships, better experiences. And you deliver that through highly personalized email marketing sequences. To help you implement this immediately, I've created something special for you. It's called the first 5 email blueprint pretty much. It's responsible for turning prospects into paying customers in the gym industry. So check it out. This isn't just theory. These are actually the emails that are being used. You can see the subject lines, copywriting, signature, all that beauty. You can just take it out. You can copy and paste it. I do not recommend it, but so you can have a better starting point to start doing email marketing right now for your gym owner because it's gonna be awesome. Email marketing is not spammy, salesy emails. It's providing value. It's the same thing as creating content in social media. It's just a different way people consume content. That's exactly how the millionaire gym owners operate. They build trust through value and then let people self-select when they're ready to buy. It's elegant, it's profitable, and it's not sales. That's the power of email marketing when done it right. Now that you know how to do email marketing, the only question left is, what are you going to do with this information?